I know this isn't normally how this goes, huh? I mean, I set up an entire pillow for it so we can relax after work, but here I am being stressed. That usually doesn't happen, huh? Usually it's, well, usually I'm the one comforting you. Still feels weird to go the other way, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I have my earplugs in, so I'm a little less overwhelmed. I admit I still hesitate to wear them because, well, being told about the whole hyperacusis tinnitus thing and possibly misophonia. Well, that's a bit overwhelming, I guess. But I suppose I shouldn't feel worried or embarrassed about just wearing hearing protection. I understand it's important for me to wear it. Even if I always do my hair a certain way so no one ever knows. But, today I did my hair in braids, so, today you can see it. Does it look okay? That's good, that's good. I prepared you a seat in the pillow for it. Really, it's a cushion, but with the amount of blankets on the ground, it feels like a comfy chair. Yeah, my words are a bit everywhere today. I'm just a bit stressed. I know you are too, so. Tough, right? Yeah. Well, it's been a mix of things, really. I'm happy for all the Pride Month festivities, but, well, outside of when I talk here, I'm kind of stealth, so the extra attention can be a bit scary. But I want to be more proud of myself over time, you know? I don't want to hide as much. I don't want to be like, tell absolutely everyone, but I want to be a bit more open one day. Yeah. And, well, my hearing is not great, as you might know. Yeah. You ever, well, I guess you can relate to this, but you ever think your body is one way and then find out it's something else? That's kind of how I felt the first time I figured out I was trans, but when that happened, I was a bit young and it was hard to process something different. Once I found the truth, well, that's what it is. But finding out my ears don't work properly, that my ears hear a constant ringing and things are louder than they're meant to be, it's a hard pill to swallow. Being kind of allergic to sound in a way. Yeah. I had it happen because I went to a party and the music was too loud and I seemed to have caused hearing damage. But thankfully, it didn't result in hearing loss, just some hyperacusis and tinnitus, I guess. Yeah. And when I get stressed, my hearing problems almost amplify. I don't know how to explain it. but I'm really, really kind of worn out right now. And if it's okay, I'd love a hug. Thank you. I needed that. Luckily, we have plushies, blankets, and plenty of opportunities to cuddle. That'll help, I think. Yeah. Well, I admit I feel almost bad. I'm always the one to help here. I never expected that we'd do this the other way, you know? And that's okay? Okay, cool. Sorry if my stress is a bit overbearing. It's fine. Okay, cool. I know the world can be a bit intense. Trans hate seems to be pretty intense at times in some vocal minorities, but truth is, it's never, a large group of people who think negatively. It's just a very loud, tiny group of people. Even when I'm really stressed, I can see that. Yeah. And you know what? Even in moments where I feel scared, I think that if 8-year-old me could see me now, she'd probably think I'm the coolest person ever. She'd be joyed to find out who I become, you know? And I don't want to let that little kid down, you know? At times, I worry I'm pushing it too much. I worry I don't express my emotions well enough, and I push people away as a result. That feeling that I can affirm others, but can I even affirm myself? That's the question I had to ask myself tonight. Even if my ears ring like bells that just won't stop. Even if I feel scared, I think I'll be okay. Not immediately, but long term. Things are hard, but it's not something that will remain forever. People will become more loving, and I'll learn to be okay with my ears being the way they are, you know? I don't want to project myself as some perfect trans femme that gets everything her way. That's not how it works. I experience a bit of pain too. A lot of it, actually. But even if I do, I feel like I'll be okay. I have you after all. I have a lot of people in all sorts of places. Even in moments of fear. Even in moments where things feel tough. You know, I do my best to grab a plushie like this one and give it a nice cuddle, you know? Do you have a preference for which plushie you want to cuddle? Here we got Bun Bun the bunny. We got a Blaha. Trans girls love Blaha. Well, not all of them, but sure, a fair amount. And I also have a Pikachu plushie. Yeah, I know I have 6 of them, but I picked this one for the occasion. Good choice, good choice. Here you go. Look, just because I'm talking about my feelings doesn't mean that your feelings don't matter. You deserve to cuddle a plushie. And you deserve to feel safe in this pillow for it. Oh, what a wonderful pillow fort it is. I know in moments where things are set back, that there's fear. That doesn't mean that things can't get better. I know I always say this, but being brave is not being not scared. It's doing things despite being scared. And me saying this to you is kind of my way of taking my own advice. I should do that more. Right? I know I've been a bit off lately. I've had a lot going on. Sorry I never shared any of it. There's some things I feel like I couldn't say. Yeah. 'Cause I get scared that maybe I'm not the role model people need me to be. You know? I don't wanna take this position for granted, you know? I don't wanna mess this up. What we have here is special, and I don't wanna be scared to be myself. Ever. Again. I think stealthing is one thing. It's one thing to not tell people you're trans, but I cared too much about my self-image that I tried to seem as cis as possible, and I don't think that did me many favors. Even when I did the stereotypical performance of a girl, the most important friendships and relationships I got were from the few people in the world that knew who I was. I don't think the answer is necessarily not stealthing or stealthing. But I think no matter what I choose to do, no matter what you choose to do, things about not compromising who you are on the inside. We don't need to impress anyone. When we be ourselves, we'll find people like this. When I cuddle this plushie and hold your hand, I know I can't be everything that you want. That I can be me. And I think that's all I ever need to be. I feel like when I spoke to you, I was being pretty genuine, actually. I want to carry that genuineness out there in the world when I meet new people. I want to be true to myself, whatever that means. I don't need to match stereotypes to get people's approval, and I don't need to be a certain way just to get people to like me. I just have to be myself. That's all you have to do too. Even if there's people that said who you are was bad for some reason, that doesn't mean you have to be completely different. We learn and we grow. Think of personal growth as an extension of who you are instead of someone completely different. That core little kid version of yourself is still watching. I think they're proud, actually. I know things didn't go how we exactly envisioned. I think the past few years I tried to be a popular girl at my university. It didn't work out. It just landed me superficial relationships that led to nothing. But when I come home to speak like this, I actually feel real. And because I feel so real, it made me realize this is who I want to be. I want to be myself. A girl. An upbeat girl. A soft but still confident upbeat girl. Maybe a bit of a workaholic, but that's just kind of who I am. Yeah, I work too much. But maybe that can change. But for now, I like what I do. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Yeah. You ever think that what you do now can truly heal yourself in the past in a way? And I think I'm doing that. I'm exactly the kind of person that 8-year-old me wanted to be. You know, when I was really little, I think I had 2 dreams. The first one was to become a girl someday. And the second was to become a Pokemon Let's Player. Maybe one of those are a little less ambitious. And, well, I've been streaming Pokemon here and there on Twitch, and I'm a girl now. I was always a girl, actually. So I guess by 8-year-old me's metrics, I've done it. I've done everything that was important to 8-year-old me. So now I'm at a stage of finding out what I want next. And I think talking like this is a good pathway to that. I know I want to help other people. I think that's what I want in my heart. It's what I want to wake up to doing, and it's what I want to fall asleep knowing that I do. I know I can't fix everything. I know I can't do everything in an instant. I understand I have limitations. Sometimes my body needs rest. Sometimes my ears ring violently when it gets a bit loud. Sometimes I just get scared because I am pretty anxious. To my knowledge, I'm neurotypical, but can I even say that anymore? I have multiple hearing disabilities, so maybe I'm not. And if I'm not, that's okay, I think. Yeah, that's okay. I think I can accept that out loud. I am trans. I'm proud of that. I'm pan. I like boys, I like girls, I like non-binary people, I like everyone. Even at times I have my doubts for myself, but I think those things are pretty concrete. Getting to share those feelings with you mean the world. Yeah. Knowing that I get to do my best and you've listened. And that means the world. Not that you ever have to do something just to make me impressed or happy. You gotta do what feels right for you too. And if you like hearing me speak, then I'm happy to talk the night away. Yeah. You know, these kind of pillow forts are almost like the kind of sleepovers I never got to have when I was a little kid. Yeah. The only sleepovers I got to have were boys' ones, and that always ended with me going home early because I got scared. Figures, right? I know that we're always together, but doing it in a pillow fort makes it feel different. So, even if we live together, how about a sleepover? Yeah, just you and me and the plushies. I know I planned this to be to comfort you, but suppose after all this time, maybe I had to talk about myself. And I'm glad I did. Do you remember the first time you looked in the mirror and finally felt like you were seeing, well, the real you? For me, it was after a day of school. And I was at a house of someone who used to be friends with. A long story. And, well, she let me try one of the, skirts from school. I still have the photo, actually. Never had the heart to get rid of it. Because I feel like that was the moment that spark in my eye finally came back. Because almost like then, I actually got to feel, well, present and appreciate every second. What was that moment like for you? Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah. Moments can vary, that's for sure. And that's okay. I don't have to prove anything anymore. I just am myself. I don't have to selfishly brag about figuring it out early. That was a bit shallow of me. But my history is important. Everyone figures it out at different paces, and any starting point is a starting point. Everyone deserves to be themselves. No one deserves it more or less than anyone. 'Cause we're equal. Everyone. And I hope I didn't come off as self-centered in the past. I've made some mistakes. But I think I can move forward and be a better person. Yeah. I'm transgender, and it's okay for me to be transgender. I am trans. I may have well, I may not have had surgery, we'll say. That doesn't change anything. Sometimes when I go to the bathroom, if I'm at home, I'll pay standing up just because it's quicker. Even though it's not stereotypically feminine, I guess. It's little things like that, I guess. That was a weird thing to end the tangent on. Huh? But I have to say, I'm thankful that you're here. I'm glad at a moment of vulnerability I got to talk to someone. I never knew that one of these would go like this. I prepared the pillow fort for you, and yet I used it for myself. Next time, it'll be all about you. Promise. It'll be the usual. Just today is a bit different. Yeah. I want to be proud of being transgender, and I also want to be proud of maybe my ears don't work how other ears work. You know, a few months ago I had moments where, when I had these hearing diagnoses, I wondered if I was about to become deaf. It was a real fear for a while. Because if that happened, I wouldn't get to speak with this voice that I work so hard on. I'm going to keep wearing the earplugs when I need to protect my hearing as best I can. I only get it once, and it means too much to me. But there's nothing wrong with being who you are. And I'll be ready to embrace whatever my body does. But if you're concerned, realistically, I'm gonna stay hearing for probably my whole life. But only because I sought out care and spoke to a doctor. I was afraid to do that for a while. I was afraid of being seen as different. But why should I? Why should I feel bad for being different. Everyone's different. All of us. Me being trans might be different, but also everyone eats something different for breakfast every day. It's such a random thing, but if everyone's the same, everyone would be eating Vegemite on toast like me. Which I'm sure not everyone does. Yeah. It's pretty yummy though. It's always on the bench if you want to try it. Yeah? Cool. I'm really glad you're here. Yeah. I know my words are a bit everywhere. And how could they not be? This is kind of new for me. I don't know how often I'll do this, but it's a bit different. Now then, we have a blanket with our names on it. Yeah. I set up this little projector thing. Yeah. So we can watch a movie on the wall. In the comfort of our pillow fight. I'm ready to enjoy a movie with you. I have a remote here with the sound. If it gets a little loud, I'll turn it down. But I have subtitles, in case it's a bit quiet for you. Sounds good. I hope you enjoy the movie. I enjoy being with you. Thank you for being you. Being you is the most important thing you can be. And being myself, that's the most important thing I can be.